Hello Rail fans! Today we are on the road to Zion National Park down in southern Utah, where we will make a stop in Salt Lake City for a couple of days to enjoy and railfan. We are on the road here in southern Idaho, about half an hour from the border. From there, it will be a 1.5 hour drive to Salt Lake City as our final destination for the day. Once you start to enter the urban areas of Ogden, Utah, the UP Salt Lake sub in the frontrunner corridor parallels the interstate for pretty much the rest of the way down to Salt Lake City. Here, while paralleling the road, we catch a UP intermodal train heading up north. After arriving at the RV resort, the sun started setting and we took some time to take a walk before the daylight runs out. Here at the campsites, there are benches and fire pits which are optional on some campsites. These campsites are overall pretty nice and decent. I would recommend this if you're staying here for a couple of days. Early next day, we head out on a 2-hour drive to the Bonneville Salt Flats where we have fun taking pictures and driving the car around crazy on the salty surface. It was quite a thrill. Soon after, we were stopped by another Union Pacific train, this being a Union Pacific Manifest, which had 3 mid-DPUs. Although I didn't catch it on tape, it was pretty cool to see this train pass by. After the train passed by the crossing, this happened. We got a major malfunction. You see, signals down here are red. We got a major malfunction. Crossing did eventually lift its gates up, but was still reported so that it wouldn't happen again. Early next morning, we were at the tracks that are close nearby the RV resort after hearing 7-hour late Amtrak California Zephyr. Salt Lake Central Station. We deserted our spot for some activities for the day. As we arrive back for some more railfanning, we meet a Union Pacific intermodal train. I didn't get his ID, but a perfect chance to just stand and watch a train pass by. Not too long after, I heard Union Pacific GMFOET empty grain loads from Formosa, California to Eastport, Idaho approaching. After the train passed, I heard Union Pacific MNPML manifest from Bailey Yard in North Platte, Nebraska to Mira Loma, California, approaching North Yard, so I hurried to set up. Around 3 minutes later, he rounded the curve and was greeted by the slight grade. His engines were working hard, especially the SD70M's trailing. Was a long one, reaching over 10,000 feet in length, the mid-DPU on the train. off he goes around the curve, as this would end our railfanning for the day. The next day would be our last day here in Salt Lake City. While we were running some last errands here and there, I was lucky to catch a couple of Trax light rails since the line was just right outside. So enjoy a compilation of Trax light rails passing by. Thank you all for watching this presentation. We had a blast down here in Salt Lake City, Utah, filming trains, visiting landmarks like the Salt Flats and the Great Salt Lake. But as we continue our road trip down to Zion National Park, this is Pacific Northwest Railfanner in Salt Lake City, Utah, and I'll see you guys back next time on the High Iron Rails.